When I was younger, I loved The Wizard of Oz, but I always had a different perspective. I never really saw the Wicked Witch of the West as a villain. I wanted her to win, and I actively rooted for her quest to reclaim the ruby slippers, which were rightly hers. Dorothy is brought to Oz by what was obviously Glinda's magic, used as a tool to execute the Wicked Witch of the East, and then Glinda knowingly sets the wrath of the Wicked Witch upon Dorothy by placing the slippers on her feet and sending Dorothy on a fool's errand when she knew all along how to operate the magic slippers. So I always thought the Wicked Witch being murdered after having her family heritage denied was kind of crap, but that's not the point. The point is, in my opinion, the Wicked Witch only looks like a villain because of the framing of the story, when in truth she's rightfully angry about her sister's murder and the denial of her inheritance. My whole viewpoint on the Wicked Witch was in part the inspiration for Tatia. Tatia takes place in a kingdom called Morass. The people of Morass, up until very recently, within the last couple of hundred years, were much more pagan in their traditions and religion. Since the rise of the divinity, this has changed. The divinity, in part, is based on medieval Christianity, but there are also some significant differences. There's no Holy Trinity, there's no Christ or Jesus figure, only the Father, which is a divine masculine figure, obviously. The divinity has kind of made the worship of pagan gods taboo. Morath is also home to a coven of witches known as the Daughters of Hecate. They, of course, keep the old ways. The coven has also been doing a very particular thing all of this time. When a person is desperate enough for something and knows the way, they can find the sisterhood in the forest and request something of them. But eventually the sisters will require some kind of payment in return. It could be months, decades, or even longer. The coven has been in operation for several hundreds of years, but even they are starting to feel the push of the divinity. As less people pray and offer to the old ones like the Tuatha who guard the realm of Morath from the outside realms, a delicate balance has been upset. The coven, led by Mother Silas, creates Tatia. Mother Silas has her own motivations wrapped up in all of this, which are later to be revealed. Tatia's journey is at the heart of my story. It's about someone who's struggling against a destiny that's been laid out for them. Tatia is really young and a bit naive at first, but very intuitive, and there are very powerful forces at work at all times. Tatia begins to discover who she is at a time in which witchcraft has been outlawed and is punishable by death. The current King Gideon I commands an order known as the Ashmakers, led by Lord Ashmaker Shodan. The purpose of the Ashmakers is to essentially stamp out any remnants of the old world and spread fear about witchcraft especially. Many things have been set in motion around Tatia, and she is the centerpiece. As the story continues, she discovers more of them. There is a bit of a Truman Show element. Her life might not entirely be her own. The Ashmakers are right to some extent. Witchcraft can be a danger. The Sisters of the Coven actually took a great risk in the creation of Tatia, not fully knowing where it could lead. And there are other powers at play. Beyond the barrier which the Tuatha guard, Baelor and his minions the Fomori press on the borders from the other world. Tatia is a horror story based in mythology, told in graphic novel form, drawn by the amazing Matthew Weldon. We are launching the campaign in June, so that you get notified immediately when the book is available for order. Get put on the mailing list. All my links are in the description. It was midnight, and the silk glow of the half-moon caressed the face of Morath. There was a convergence in the air, and though there had been nights like this one before, there was something underneath the calm, shimmering quiet of this night that tickled the soul, like an image flickering just out of sight. There was something in motion, something big. It hid in the dark just beyond the threshold of conscious perception. but all those under the moon of Morass, from the paltriest of animals sleeping uneasily in their burrows to the mightiest of lords and barons throughout the kingdom, felt it, whether they realized or not. Who goes there? We have business with the Lord Stefron. He is expecting us. The Lord Stefron mentioned nothing of expecting guest. Certainly not at this hour. I'm afraid we can't let you in. You'll have to turn back. That won't be possible. We've come too far to turn back now. I need sleep, but these past few nights, the dreams have returned. It had been many years since he had had these dreams. When he closed his eyes, he could see the magenta fire burning. He could even hear the singing voices of the women echoing through the forest. My lord, why do you disturb me at this hour? I apologize, my lord, but there are visitors. Visitors? At this hour? Are you mad? I will not be seeing anyone tonight. Send them away. Yes, my lord. Visitors in the hour of the wolf, echoing a different night, a lifetime ago. I am reminded of their dark shapes dancing through still woods, and of that icy voice whispering softly of a debt to be repaid. Wait, and these men claim to know me. My lord, they aren't men. They are women, both of them. I am Lord Stefron Aemonius, Castellan of Rimbrook, vassal of King Gideon I. What business do you have with me at this hour? We know who you are, Lord Stefron Aemonius, and we know that you did not always go by that name. What business do you have with me? It is late and I have matters to attend to in the morning. Do you truly not know why we come? Though it has been many hours since the falling of the mother's spear, you have received us in your castle. Why is that if you do not know why we come? I see I have interrupted my rest without reason. I want these women out. Trust in your dreams, Lord Stefron, for there is only truth in them. What do you know of my dreams? In your dreams sing the voices of my sisters, and so they shall remain until the pact is fulfilled. Pact? Enough games, Stefron, or is it Aldius? Years ago you sought us out in the Black Forest. For more than 3 decades you have reaped the benefits of our gift. Now the time has come, Aldius. You must grant us a boon. So within this book are all the secrets to my Tatia universe, my Tatia series. I've got all the concept art in here. I've got the script. Actually, this draft of the script needs to be updated. But yeah, here it is. I'm super excited to show this to you guys and to show you guys the story and to unleash it upon everybody. Like I said, you guys can get put on the mailing list. The links are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. My whole view on the Wicked Witch was in part the inspiration for Tatia. Damn it! I held the book upside down.
I heard you look over a bit. That's what I looked over. You have to use that as an outtake at the end.